When did I say that, please? Is an absolute madness. What's currently ranking higher? Enlighten me. Michael stroked his beard. Do not say the first time I let you smash, Michael, she said, jostling a glass in her right hand and punching his arm with the left. He shot her a falsely incredulous look, eyebrows raised in mock shock. I mean it, because I'm about to go full Real Housewives of Streatham and dash this at you. Laughing, Michael pulled her face towards him. He looked at her, taking her in for a moment with his eyes dopily half closed, and kissed her forehead. Ola wriggled and wiped it, giggling hysterically. Move, man. You're trying to distract me and it won't work. I want answers, Michael. Answers. She was raising her voice now. A few heads at the bar had turned and begun to look over. Michael could not believe how much he loved to indulge her, even when she was causing a scene. Today, he felt he could say without hesitation he loved every single thing about her. In fact, he was sure, at this very moment, he loved her more than anything else in the world. He couldn't remember a time they'd been happier. He never would. He would revisit this evening, in the weeks after it happened, and think about all the things he would have said and done differently. That if he had known what the next day held, he wouldn't have dared to risk joking about their future together. He would have told her that he struggled to pinpoint the happiest day of his life, because he couldn't decide between the day she agreed to marry him or the day she told him she loved him too. That he knew it would next be their wedding day, but one day, that too would be overtaken by them having their first child. He let a smirk slip before kissing her forehead tenderly once more. When did we first smash again? He asked, flinching as her fist missed his arm and landed on the seat cushion with a thud.
Chapter 2. 26 days to the wedding. Ola awoke at 8:30 on a dreary May Monday to the sound of her alarm accompanied by the concurrent pinging of WhatsApp messages. The high-pitched beeping did little to pull her out of her morning fog, made all the cloudier by bottles of champagne purchased for two, polished off primarily by one, the night before. Shit, she heard herself whisper, nothing on her body moving but her lips. There was no way she could have had more than 4 hours of sleep. She lay there for a moment, savouring the last few seconds her face could remain sunken in her pillow before she was officially going to be late. Languidly, she stretched her arms above her head and turned towards the wall where an iPhone lay charging next to her like a neglected lover. She slid her finger, lengthened by a lime acrylic nail, across the cracked screen to silence it, and squinted at the row of notifications. 139 flipping messages. Ola could guess who from and what about, too. The latest episode of Game of Thrones had aired the night before, and she could already picture the group chat's breathless commentary. Ruth. Nah, I'm sorry, guys, but Danny is an icon. We have no choice but to stan our Khaleesi. Selly. I have a choice. I do not stan. Something Lannister, something the wall. Ruth in all caps lock with gifs and meandering paragraphs. Selly punctuating her friend's emphatic tirades with a solitary sis or just a silent string of question marks. The more rapidly they discussed it, the more certain Ola was that she wanted no part in what to her sounded like The Lord of the Rings with a dark sexual violence arc and a dash of casual ableism. A couple of dozen messages would no doubt be from the florist, asking for the details of something or other that Ola had outlined the day before. She would feel less affronted by the continued inquiries about the peony to rose ratio in the bouquet if she hadn't spent so much money hoping to avoid being this hands-on. She wondered if the florist was simply doing her best to justify her extortionate rates by looking as busy as possible, or if she genuinely needed answers. Ola wasn't sure which was worse. She winced as her phone buzzed twice more. It slowly occurred to her the likely source of most of the messages, which had now crept up to 141, was her boss, Frankie. Ola had promised to